Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sam McCauley, and I'll be explaining to you about career lives. In career lives, I mean more into suddenly switching your career from your priority to a secondary. It's hard to understand, which I'll explain more in details, honestly. So, in the Marine Corps, I was a radio operator for the infantry, 1 well, regiment as well. And during that time being, I kept on looking over and over again and looking at different career choices in the Marine Corps. I want to stay in and be more useful, but at the time being, during my last deployment, the 31st MEU, where you go all the way around the Pacific Islands, I thought to myself, will this be a useful trait to learn outside the Marine Corps? At that time being, it was not. As a radio operator, my only good availability was to be a dispatcher or so on and so forth, where I tried my best to re-enlist. And when I did, there was no opportunity to do a lateral move, which means switching your MOS from one job to another, probably the same category as well. It took time after time to figure out what was the best career route for me. I read different books, different subjects of what is good in the world, what tools I can use from the Marine Corps that taught me, which the Marine Corps taught me a lot of things, more leadership roles than the career I was in. After going over and over again, I figured out the best way to do it was to adapt into something I didn't quite understand, which was computer tree. Learn subnetting, learn the IT field, cybersecurity, where it was a tad difficult because I only have 5 more months before I had an EAS, and when I studied more upon to it, it got me more interested. That made my motivation to keep on going more and more and looking for more information about it. And quite obviously, I loved it. I began doing more studying of learning about Linux, different operating systems, into the job career I'm in right now as we speak, as a network engineering. I kept on learning more information about different abbreviation terms, background traits, certifications. I was being prepared from the Marine Corps to the civilian world, and that was a huge, major shock culture because most people are not prepared to actually be to get used to that shock culture where all your Marines you taught and trained are not with you anymore. You're with civilians. And there's nothing wrong with civilians at all. Nothing, no offense at all. I have nothing regardless to, but it's just that's not the same brotherhood. It's not the same characteristic traits that you had with them through the shootouts, during the field ops, during different experience in the military. And some people might not understand that whole reason of humor or brotherhood, sisterhood, so on and so forth. So it took me a while to register that to my mind for the 5th month when I got out of the military. So after AES, I began going to school, trying to learn more about IT, and it got me more thinking about more about life. And I'm pretty happy I joined the military. The military set me up for right choices, career wise. Stuff that you normally don't learn at an average of from 19 to 25. Those traits are hard to hinder. But overall, the Marine Corps taught me a lot of good things, and I appreciate that a lot. So, what I'm trying to explain to you here is jumping from one career to another one, it is a tad scary, but honestly, you can do it. It takes time to understand different things, and you have to do a lot of research, understanding what's today's subculture, what's pop culture, what's this and what's that, how this career will affect me outside the civilian world. Will this help me doing other things and that? It brought a lot of things together in mind that I was happy to be prepared when I got out those gates of Camp Pendleton. Well, Okinawa Camp Pendleton, but I was prepared for everything. And this is my year and 6 months. I got out of the military and I'm doing everything fine right now. I'm actually pretty happy to learn the new traits, the new skills for networking that I never did in the Marine Corps at all, or as a civilian before joining the military at all. This is a brand new trait that I am really happy to learning. And with this school, I am pretty happy to get a bachelor's degree for cybersecurity. This is a rough time and rough experience of a journey that I'm going through. But everybody has their own little journeys and can fight over it. And that's my presentation for today.